Good morning, everybody out there in Rogersville. I forgot to adjust the cameras today. That's okay. But let's see. We can do this. It'll be a little fun.
That doesn't look too off. Oh, there we go. Yeah,
isn't that better?
Yeah. Can you see my reindeer?
I can see your reindeer antlers. Those are
and
looking awesome.
And they jingle too. There you go. And if you look really close, I know you can't, but they've got glitter on.
Yeah, they're a little sparkly, are they?
Yeah.
On there, aren't they? Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. Shauna, thanks for coming into the show today.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you being here. I'm going to come and see you a little later today.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You might as well just put him on the payroll. He's there all the time.
No, can't afford it.
She's like, no, we're good.
Yeah, I got the package that her startup package that she did. So I've got a couple more of these. Okay, I lose track, but she keeps track of them.
Yeah.
So tell for people that don't know what we're doing, what you're doing over there. Tell us a little bit about what's good going on, Shauna.
Yeah. So you want me to tell you like how we got started, or what do you do?
Whatever you think is entertaining for the 6 people watching this morning.
So first of all, it's Noursh'd. We just talked about this.
Noursh'd Wellness Center and Spa.
Okay.
And
you're over there by Apple Market.
Yes. Okay. We're right next to Post Game Pizza.
Okay.
And my husband's a chiropractor in there, and I am an RN that's worked since I was 18, and the doctors I used to go work for decided they wanted to send me to nursing school, so they did. And anyways, my doctor, when I worked in Kansas City, and he retired. And when he retired, he left me with no job. And so I had to come down here. We moved down here, and my husband opened a chiropractic office, and I worked in a couple of places that just didn't live up to my standards.
Yeah.
And during COVID, I had a friend who's a physician who was she's working in the hospital, and she just was exhausted with shortages and all that. And I'm like, you need to get out and like open a spa or something, because you'd make a lot more money and you would like be happy. And in that conversation, we started talking about IV infusions and how I had gotten a couple and felt really great. And she goes, well, you should do that. I'll be your medical sponsor. And I was like, cool, that'd be perfect. With chiropractic, because
absolutely,
you know, it's all about vitamins and health, and then I get to be a nurse again, because I really miss being a nurse.
Yeah.
And so, I opened October, I think, the end of October.
Yeah, you were talking about it. We got to talking, and you came and talked to me about your business structure, and we got you an LLC set up and all that. And then
now, was your husband already doing chiropractic work in there?
Yes, he had been there 6 years.
Okay.
And so when I quit my other 2 jobs from here in town, I went to work for him.
Okay.
Managing him, which he needs.
Don't all men, I feel like.
Yeah, I do. I know I do. I got 3 or 4 people that try to keep track of me.
But it was kind of, unfulfilling for me. Not that what he does is unfulfilling, and I loved seeing his patients get better, but I wasn't getting to do anything but like paperwork and stuff like that, and I didn't like that. And so anyway, I was excited about the fact that I could do something that would really help people.
Absolutely.
And the more I research into vitamin infusions and what they do for people, it's just incredible. Like,
well, I got to hearing about these several years ago from people in the news. You kind of hear somebody and they'd be talking about, oh, they got this IV infusion, but I never really knew what they were. So when you brought it up, I got really interested in it.
Well, and it kind of started with like celebrities, like only the cool celebrities got to do it, and it was
so
like,
the first person I heard talk about it was Mark Driscoll. If you know who Mark, you may not know who Mark.
I've heard of that
He was
name.
a celebrity preacher. He still is.
Okay.
He started Mars Hill Church in Seattle. Had a big fall. The church fell apart. He got accused of basically being mean, which he probably was. Which I'm not sure that's too bad. Anyway, but now he's got another ministry going on in Phoenix. But he was the first one that talked about it because he was like he talked about him getting burnt out and blowing out his adrenal glands and stuff. Yeah. And then this was part of his recovery was some infusions. So that's where I got interested in it. Tell us a little bit about what you actually are offering there, because I ask you and you tell me and then I forget, and people ask me and I'm like I can't remember. So go.
So we have a whole list of, and if you want information about it, just message me your address and I'll send you a packet.
Because you're on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook.
Yeah, at Noursh'd Wellness Center and Spa. And we put your website in the link on the title, so you can click that website as well. And you
can message me. All of our paperwork, a lot of our information is on there. But basically, there's several kits that we offer just to make it easy for people to understand kind of what, a list of what there is. But we can always do add-ons. We can do something individual for you if, you're going, like I've got a patient with arthritis and autoimmune issues, and her insurance doesn't kick in for 6 months. And so in the meantime, we're doing some of these to try to help decrease that inflammation and get her just quality of life.
Now, one of the things that you did for me that we talked about right before I traveled is you did something special.
Yeah.
I don't remember what. So what was that?
That was called an NAD+.
Uh-huh.
And it's basically it's niacin or B3 that has been, once it gets in your body, it breaks down and then it breaks down again to be utilized. So vitamins typically work with each other to function.
Sure.
So you could be, have normal B12, D3, vitamin C levels, but your body's not utilizing them. Because as we age, some of those capabilities break down. So the niacin is broken down twice. So it's kind of a form that your body can utilize quickly. And but it's something that, as Will found out, it's a longer infusion because it can cause you to flush and your heart to race. And
you got that stuff going in me, and you said, let me know when this gets like uncomfortable or something like that. So I'm holding on. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm not fine. And and you got to the point, I'm like, okay, this is too much.
Slow down.
Really?
You tried to be a tough man.
Oh, my heart started racing, and my arms started feeling really heavy and flushed.
Okay. So then you just slow down the drip.
She turned it down again.
Okay.
But for the record, she said it could take like 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
And
he's like.
And I got done in 2.
He's like Superman.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like you. You're like, okay, on to the next thing.
Let's get this done.
Superman, yeah.
Which is why I need these IVs to keep me going.
Right?
She was like, I can't believe you're almost done.
Yes. So, and then he does them and goes and does things he shouldn't do. So that's why he needs to come in more often.
She's just whining about all the coffee and Diet Coke is all.
Yeah, I'm like, no Diet Coke, drink water. And he's like, no, I'll just keep coming in and doing
Do you drink water at all?
Yeah, occasionally. I had a bottle of water. I drank a bottle of water last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
Every Friday,
he
gets 500 cc's of it.
He's like, I'm
water
good.
Intake.
I'm good.
There you go. She's pushing water.
Oh man.
Yeah, but what you're giving me is the Meyer's cocktail, and you were talking about that, and I think the story behind what a Meyer's cocktail is very interesting. But first, let's do a little trivia. So we got some folks watching the show. So we're gonna, if you're at home, you can play along with us here.
I'll start with an easy one.
Okay.
Now wait, you said you just won a Christmas trivia this week?
This week, yeah.
So where was that at?
The staff and elders at Fellowship Bible Church had a Christmas party. And part of that was a trivia contest, and my team won.
Okay, so it was a team effort.
It was a team. Yeah, it was a team.
Okay. Still, though, I feel like you might be disqualified from this. I'm kidding.
We actually, my wife was on a different team, and we were those two teams were tied at the end.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Totally should have let her win.
Because the guys,
You should have. That's
they were
exactly
they were
right.
getting all excited because it's like there was a literature section, and I have an English degree, and so they're like, we're going to give you a line out of a book, and you have to name the book and the author. And like the first three, I was like, it's this one, it's this one, it's this one. I was just
course.
nailing them.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, okay, we're going to win. I'm like, no, she knows them all too, because I'm like, Shelby knows all the same thing. It's no big deal. She's going to get them all right too. But we did a sudden death tiebreaker question, and it was the name of the town from It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh my goodness, I would have no clue.
So
I don't think I've ever watched that whole movie.
how I answered that, I answered it, and I answered it correct. It's Bedford Falls, except in the flashback when he's doing his thing, and then it's called Pottersville.
Wow.
So either
I
one.
remember
intense.
that now,
Yep,
but I would
yep.
not have remembered
That's
that.
what it was.
I
Okay.
s- in all fairness, I am not good at all with trivia.
It's okay.
In the OR, it was a big thing when I worked in the OR, when I scrubbed in. And I was just like, I'm just telling you right now, I'm not going to know any of it. I just don't ask me because I don't know.
Well, you've got everybody at home that can play along with you, Shauna.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
what do you got there? for
Okay,
us?
I'm going to start with an easy one, okay?
Yep.
So, what did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose?
I know.
Why?
I know.
Did you say play?
All of the other reindeers used
Oh,
to
Andy can
call
sing,
him
too.
names.
Well,
They
yes,
wouldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games.
that's exactly right. Join in any reindeer game. See, that was an easy one. Okay, now here's a hard one. How many ghosts show up in the Christmas Carol?
Oh,
How many
I said
ghosts?
it's a hard one, but it's probably not a hard
How many
one.
ghosts?
Yeah.
I think I know.
That's close.
7. 4?
Four is right. Yes.
See, I
Jacob
told you.
Marley.
I'm just gonna throw
These
it
are
out.
hard to me, but they're easy to
Jacob
do.
Marley, Christmas
He
past,
just
Christmas
won.
present, Christmas
He
future.
just did this. He just won. It's not fair.
Play reindeer games. Abby and I got it.
Yes,
Abby,
look at that.
Abby and I Lee.
Are we answering too fast and we're not giving them a chance to answer?
Well, so they get it. There's a delay. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, a little bit.
Okay,
a
cool.
little bit, but
Okay, should we do one more?
one more. Ask it, and then we'll leave the answer hanging for a while Shauna tells us about the Myers cocktail.
Okay, so in the movie The Miracle on 34th Street is based on a real-life department store.
Mason.
You didn't leave the answer hanging, Shauna.
Oh,
She knew that
She
was
knew
out.
one. She's going to get that. I know what I'm getting it out
She
there.
was so excited she
Okay.
couldn't wait.
Something.
She couldn't wait
Give us
to
the next
tell
one.
us. Okay. Okay, well, this one's kind of easy too. Hold on. What about this
I
one?
won't say it.
Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a...
There you go. We all know that one.
Okay.
Okay, Shauna,
thought
tell us.
these were harder.
Finish your drink of coffee there, and then we'll let you tell us about the Myers cocktail because this is a great story.
Yeah, so Meyer's cocktail has been around, I think it's now I can't remember, 60s or earlier. Dr. Myers was an ER physician, and he, for some reason, decided to start giving this cocktail of things to his ER patients. And he was noticing that as the ones that he gave the cocktail to didn't come back for repeat problems. Or come back as often. And so he started, studying it, researching it. And it became kind of a thing for him. Well, then, it's really not been mainstream, but I know when I was in nursing school and kind of a young nurse and growing up in nursing, physicians back in the day worked hard. They would get up at, they'd start rounds at 6 and they would work till 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And they would, by the end of the week, they'd be exhausted. Mm-hmm. And so they'd run into the ER and say, hey, I need a Myers cocktail. And so they'd hook them up to a Myers cocktail and they'd go back and finish their week and be just
Wow.
dandy.
And just so everybody understands, and I think it's clear, this is an IV. So you get a needle and you put a hole in the arm and you put the little catheter in there.
Yep.
The needle comes out.
The needle comes out.
It's
it
not
doesn't
staying
stay
in there.
You can
and
move your arm.
You can move your arm around. You can text on your phone. And then, so there's a bag of IV fluid, saline, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And it's dripping in there. And then you're putting the vitamins and stuff in the bag. So it's coming on in there. So
And
what's
that's
in
where
that?
you can customize it, right? You
Yes.
can add whatever you,
Yes.
depending.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what's in that Myers cocktail?
So the Myers cocktail has magnesium, B complex, vitamin C. Let me see.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
So what's the magnesium do?
The magnesium is good for, well, the thing about it is,
See,
and then all your B vitamins.
Did you hear how your voice changed when you went?
When I went like that?
Did you hear that? So that's why we make you wear the headphones.
Learn a lesson.
Pretty much, I mean, the thing about vitamins is they work together, and the combination is what's important. And they all kind of do the same thing, but they do them in combination with each other. So, magnesium's good for, gut health. It's good for bones. It's good for immunity. It's just good for a lot of them. You'll see if you get one of these packets that a lot of them are good for kind of the same thing: hair, bone, and skin.
And that packet is available on your website.
Yes, so you can get. Obviously, the list of everything that I do is on there, and you can also get all my paperwork, your information sheet that you need to fill out before you come in, and all the IV pre and post instructions and all of that's on the website. If you want more than that, let me know.
I ignored all of that.
Of course you did.
Whatever.
He's like, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So the website's pretty comprehensive, and then there's pages that has information about each individual vitamin and what they do.
And is there any contraindications for people that? Is there really anyone that can't get an IV?
If you happen to be 26 weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
Because I hear men can. I keep reading on the internet that men can get pregnant now.
Oh,
Right.
Well,
I don't know how that happens.
Except for you.
that's a different episode.
Okay.
Right.
Except for you, she said.
There probably is not, but I would not do that without approval from the physician.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just, that's their profession and line of business, and I don't want to step on any toes.
That's good.
I had a patient with cancer come in, and she was wanting to do some high dose vitamins, which I'm completely okay with, but I wanted approval from physician and make sure that it's okay with them, because you get involved in their protocols and you don't want to mess something up.
For
Yeah,
sure.
that makes
Absolutely.
a lot of sense. Well,
But
I
it's
know
really just nothing but good stuff, though. I mean,
It's vitamins.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the same thing you could get just by eating great, except that the villi won't absorb. Except you absorb it better. It works better, but it's the same stuff.
It's the
better
same
and quicker.
stuff. And I was reading recently that a lot of the problem is that our food that we eat now is not really all natural. They genetically alter it, and they take vitamins out of it, and put them back in for whatever reason. And so you're not getting the pure form of the food.
I've heard such things.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, and whenever you take the vitamin orally, your body's only absorbing
10 to 15%.
right, whereas it just goes right into your veins.
You get 100%.
There you go, 100%. And then how often? Once a week?
Once a week, typically. Some people, I had a patient come in, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, and she just came for a B12 shot. She just wanted it. She'd gotten them before. She wanted a B12 shot, and so she came in because they were on special until the end of the year for $20.
Nice.
So she came in for a B12 shot, and I never heard from her again. And I was like, oh, gosh, what happened?
What'd I do?
Did she not like it? Was it not good enough? And then 2 or 3 weeks later, she called me, and she's like, I need to know about this vitamin infusion, this and this for my friend, and this. I'm like, well, that's awesome, but how are you doing? And she goes, oh my gosh, I'm great. That B12 is still kicked in. I mean, it's still doing good. And I'm like,
wow.
Oh, well, thank you for telling me that, because I've been here sweating it out for 3 weeks thinking.
Well, and instead she's bringing you new people.
Yeah.
She's spreading the word and bringing new people, kind of like Will. He's been telling everybody about it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I've not had anything but good. I feel like. My dad, he was sick not too long ago and severely dehydrated and just not able to hardly walk. And I actually gave him 3 liters of fluid with Meyer's cocktail and glutathione, which is a super powerful antioxidant.
That's what she keeps giving me to flush out the Diet Coke.
There you go. You need that.
Yep.
And I just can't get enough in him.
You're like, wow, your
She's
body's
fighting
really
me.
absorbing.
I'm fighting her.
absorbing
I'm
this.
fighting her on this one.
I'm gonna put it in there until he starts feeling aliens coming out of his body. But and it really, just after the second bag of fluids and vitamins, he was like, oh, that stuff kind of works.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I gave him 6 bags of it.
So now, and you probably can't see anyone that has COVID actively, but maybe after they've gone through their 10 days.
So if you're in the early stages of COVID and you've just started, we can do an extreme immune boost.
Is that like what I had?
It's that plus there's
plus.
other stuff.
Oh.
That
yeah.
plus.
See,
Well,
Other stuff we put in there, but
you're on the really strong
so
stuff.
there's also which I just have, like I said, I'm absorbed into reading about this stuff because it's just so fascinating to me.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
it's so exciting. I just feel like, but there's a super NAD plus now where you can
Oh
do.
my.
wow.
That's what you're up next.
It's really expensive, but and you might be there for 3 hours. I don't know, but most people be there 6 hours or so,
Wow.
or maybe more.
Wow.
But it combines the NAD plus, the Meyer's cocktail, and the glutathione.
Wow.
And you can't give it all at once, but you have to give it in 3 separate bags.
We'll see what we can do.
Spread that out. But
He's like, yeah, right. We'll break.
Phil's
the
got a
rules.
question. Is it what's the minimum age? He's gonna hook Parker up.
He is. Parker's not been.
because Parker needs more energy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, Parker's been a little snotty and just congested. And all
so
that
I really like to set it at 18
stuff. Okay.
because, the growing body, kids are, they're very healthy. Their bodies, we don't want to interrupt that
Absolutely.
natural
Override.
abilities
Yes.
and make the body think, oh, I don't have to do this anymore. So, stop doing that. I just,
Yeah. Oh
you know,
yeah.
it probably would be okay, but I'm always extra cautious.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's good. I think everyone would probably agree too.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you.
I knew you would know all these.
Yeah, there you
I thought, okay, here's one that you guys may not know.
Okay.
Okay, in Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind? This is the first one. I had to even think about this, and I love Home Alone. And I had to sit there and go, wait a minute, just a second.
They're going to Paris.
Because the second one, they go to New York.
Yeah. Lost because it's called Lost in New York.
I thought we were supposed to give people a chance.
Well, nobody answered the last one.
You got onto her, and then...
Nobody answered the last one. I figured nobody's playing.
Okay, wait. Maybe you guys won't know this
Okay.
one. Okay. In the classic movie, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Grinch was described in 3 words. What were they? Don't answer.
The classic?
Well, I mean,
You mean like the cartoon?
I think it's in all of them.
all of them.
It's in all of them.
I actually don't know if I know that one.
Okay, good. That'll be a good one to sit on.
Okay, we'll let
Someone
people-
Google it, would you?
No, don't Google it. No.
You're gonna run the game.
We're supposed to have fun.
Now you've got the IVs, but there's a few other things that you're offering as well. Tell us a little bit about that, because you mentioned the B12 shot.
Yeah, we do have some injectables. So if people are leery about the IVs, which I think are better, but we do have IM injections where we could do like a D3 is pretty much really only IM, but
D3. That's a
D3.
vitamin D3.
It's D. So A, D, E, and K are the 4 vitamins that the body can hold on to. They store it in fat.
Okay.
So you don't want to overdose on that. Those are the 4 that you could really.
But D you can
have
get
trouble.
just from being in the sun.
But
So is that why you have sunstroke? You have too much vitamin D?
no.
Okay.
But
That's why I went to law school.
but as we have evolved as a society, we are not outside working.
That's right.
So we're not getting sun. And when we are outside, we're using SPF, which prevents those rays from getting our vitamin D. So it's very common as we age to be low or deficient.
You better
on
be
vitamin
hooking me up with some of the vitamin D,
D.
too then. Yeah.
You know that outside a lot? You don't get outside a lot? Like on the weekends?
Not a lot.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know you're busy and you're probably inside
Yeah.
a lot, but
Yeah.
I didn't know if on the weekends
especially
you
in
got
the
outside.
winter. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, the winter especially.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah. So probably that like seasonal affective disorder probably
Right.
is a vitamin D deficiency.
Could be.
Part of it could
Yeah.
contribute to that.
definitely. Because
That's my medical
That
opinion.
sounds right.
so, and part of the
Is medical school next? You got law school, English, an
No.
English degree.
My last cooking class is Monday night.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
ready for you to cook for me. When is this going to happen?
I'm
See?
going to be at Creedstown Ranch for Creedstown Christmas.
That's
We're gonna
the
have-
18th.
That's the 18th.
Okay.
And we're going to have I'm going to do some smoked turkey legs
Oh wow.
Okay.
out there. So you can come
So
out
we
and
are
get some
coming
smoked
to.
turkey.
I am coming to
Yep,
that.
we're going to have that. It'll
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
You were saying.
Yes, sorry.
So yeah, no.
We got off.
D3, B12. You can. There's just a lot of, let's see if I might have it.
We have some
Lots of
notes.
good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. It'd be complex biotin. Biotin's great for the nails, hair, skin. Mm-hmm. So those are the main injectables. We could do some of the other, like the B complexes as I am if you want. I have a B12 with folic acid, so if you tend to run a little anemic, I don't know, especially pregnant people.
Absolutely.
I don't know, if that's something that's an issue, we can do that.
So, and for people that don't know, because I know my husband's really interested in this, and I don't know if he's ever gotten one just for fun. I've gotten one because I am involved with a spa in Tulsa, and we offer them there. And whenever we first started offering them, I got one. I think I got a Meyer's just to like see what it was all about.
Right.
And it did. It made me feel so good.
Yeah.
But if someone doesn't know what they need, they would just come in and talk to you and
Yes.
just have a consult, and you'd go over their history and
I
stuff.
have a form for them to fill out. It kind of gives me an idea of what their goals are. And then...
Did you read my form?
Well, you gave it to me after the fact.
I know, but did you read it?
Probably not. It's too late.
Because
by
you
that
asked what
point,
my
it
goal
defeats the
was,
purpose.
and I said I wanted superpowers, and so far nothing has happened.
Okay, well, let's
I
be a
did
little bit
read
more
that.
realistic.
I did
there.
read
I
that.
put
and
that
I
on
was
my
like,
form.
superpowers, really?
gonna-
And then she ripped up your form and just threw it in the
She
trash.
did. She did. What's your goal for treatment? I want superpowers.
Yes.
Not
It's
possible.
always fun to do, IV will.
So, and the dogs are there.
Yes, you get free leg warmers.
That's
Yeah.
adorable.
And they come and sit on you.
That's
My
adorable.
boys love to be there.
But you get the bonus for watching the show because you get the backstory on this. So the dogs leave when she leaves.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they just sit in there. I thought I might have
chill.
one talked into staying. Nope, they went with Mama.
Oh, okay. So she walked out of the room.
They, like,
and
When
they,
she
okay.
walked out of the room, they went with
Like
her.
if I walk one step that way, they're like one step that way. And then one
Little
step-
shadows.
Yes,
But you got
absolutely.
Toby and Chesney and
Bandit.
Bandit.
Is the Bandit.
yeah, we're there. I thought I had Toby talked into staying with me,
Yeah.
but no, he
Are you
left.
like a dog whisperer? Do you feel like?
So I'm one of those people that
You don't even have a dog, do you?
no, we have a cat.
I know you have a cat.
But it's like I'm always one like we don't need a pet. I don't take a pet. No, but then I'm the one that once they get the pet, I'm the one they come and hang out with.
Yeah.
See, you must be
There's
an animal whisperer.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
that's
like
what it is.
so we're free ranging the chickens now, so they run around the yard all the time, and they like to roost on the porch, but then they poop on the porch, which is disgusting. And
yeah.
so every night I have to go get the chickens. Well, I can just lean over and pick them up. They'll let me pick them up.
Yeah, but nobody else?
No, they'll run from anybody else.
I would love to come over and try to pick him up because I feel like I'm an animal whisperer.
Yeah,
too.
you might get it done.
Maybe,
you never
I don't
know.
Yeah.
You need to come in and see the dogs.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
do.
should.
That's
Come and
see,
do
that's
that.
a good excuse. If anything,
Come in
even
and
if you
see
feel
the
like you don't
dogs.
need an IV, just come in and see the dogs.
Yeah, and you can book right on Facebook.
You can.
You go to the Noursh'd Wellness Center and Spa Facebook page, and there's a book now button, and you can just click that button and reserve your spot,
Yep.
and it works out really smooth. What else? Last shot, Shauna. What do we need to know? And then
Everybody could use an IV.
Yep.
I mean,
Even if you think you don't need it.
even if you think you don't need
We're going
it.
to do a special. You're
Yeah.
going to come and you're going to sit down for half an hour while you're getting your IV. I'm going to come in and we're going to do
Yeah.
your estate plan.
There
And
you go.
we're
Two
gonna
birds
get-
with one
We're going
stone.
to get two birds with one stone because
Yeah.
I can get your estate plan done in about
Yes.
half an hour.
And everybody needs an estate plan.
That's right. And we make it simple too. It's
Yeah.
easy.
Very easy.
Now,
He's
and I-
done mine. It's very easy.
I will say, I was going to say, just in case people do get IVs, you feel a difference afterwards, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. But for people that are like, well, what does it do? I mean, I don't understand. It's really, not only about your short-term health, but long-term health too, right?
Correct, yes.
Getting it just over time.
Yes.
Making sure that you've got all those vitamins and minerals inside.
So I typically say start with 3 to 6 in a row every week to build you up. And then you can do it once every 4 to 8 weeks, depending on how your body stores it or how you eat or drink Diet Coke or not.
I have to. She says
I don't know
have
who
to-
she's talking
She
about.
says I have to keep coming every week.
Every week to clear out those toxins.
Well, and one last question. Is it usually covered by insurance or no?
It is not. And I feel like we're doing a detriment to society that we are not offering that
Yep.
to COVID patients. I mean, just a high dose vitamin C
Yep.
is huge for the COVID patients.
Yep.
Well,
And-
in general, this was a rant. We'll get off and we'll not do it for long. But our insurance does not cover preventative wellness well at all,
No.
and it would be
See,
such
it's
a great
vitamin,
cost saving.
and they won't pay for insurance. Won't pay for vitamins.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So
Maybe we should start our own insurance company that paid for vitamins.
That would be you. You would do that, wouldn't
Or
you?
wellness care. Just
well care.
easy to, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sad.
Be brilliant. Okay.
Yep.
So hey, check it out. They're right there in the Apple Center. You go in, you go past the pawn shop and the tobacco store. You should make a deal with them. It's like you
Come
people
see me next door.
Yeah.
them
You go
all
the
next
next door. They're right on the left. It
That's
says
the-
Noursh'd on the door and Kaiser Chiropractic. Go right in there. Get your neck cracked, back cracked, and an IV while you're at it.
Yes.
You got any more trivia for us?
I mean, I do, but I can save it. But I'm really disappointed. I thought that they were going to be harder than last week.
They're hard. It's just
Well, I mean, I could do one. Let's do one more.
I want to do one more.
Do a little send off, and then we'll do some more next week because I
well, you got to give us the answer to the
I was
Grinch
gonna
one.
say, did we
We
get
didn't
the
do the
Grinch
answer to the Grinch one.
Oh, come on. The three words to describe the Grinch. It's in the song.
He's a mean
stunk.
one, Mr. Grinch.
I'm trying to think of the line, and he goes, I would describe you in 3 words.
Stinks.
Stank.
Stunk.
Stunk.
Yes.
Yeah,
Stink, stunk. Okay,
Yep.
this one's kind of a hard one. I think it is. What country did eggnog come from?
England.
All right, I give up.
Continue. Okay, thanks for playing, everybody.
I wouldn't know that one.
Well,
This is just not fair.
we'll join you. We'll be back next week. Hey, tomorrow, this is a big
Oh,
deal.
yes.
Tomorrow, you need to come out to Valley Mountain Quality Meats around noon. Phil, and I are going to be
Point to
there.
me. I'm not Phil.
Well, you're connected to
Yeah,
Phil.
yeah.
And
I know Phil.
You got part of Phil there because you're pregnant with Phil's baby.
That's true. Oh, that is true. Okay.
And but Phil, our comment here, he and I were going to be at Valley Mountain Quality Meats. We're going to do another episode with them from the Smoke Show.
That made me embarrassed. Look at my face, got so red.
Everybody knows how that happened. Don't worry about it. And we're going to cook some of their Valley Mountain Quality Meats and some steaks. So we're going to do maybe some demos. But you can come by Valley Mountain and get some free samples. And or you can or watch us on K-ROG because we'll be doing some demos on how we're cooking the steak and
It'll be fun. It's supposed to be nice weather.
I think it's going to be pretty nice weather. I mean, it's not going to be today's weather.
Yeah.
But it's going to be. I think it'll be getting in the 50s tomorrow.
Okay.
So it'll be pretty decent, and we'll be in the parking lot. But guys should come by.
Yeah, come
and
on
check
out.
that out. Other than that, we will see you next week. Thanks for watching Rogersville, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.
All right, bye.